Second Chronicles. Solomon asks for wisdom. Solomon, son of David, established himself firmly over his kingdom, for the Lord his God was with him and made him exceedingly great. Then Solomon spoke to all Israel, to the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds, to the judges, and to all the leaders in Israel, the heads of families. And Solomon and the whole assembly went to the high place at Gibeon, for God's tent of meeting was there, which Moses, the Lord's servant, had made in the desert. Now, David had brought up the ark of God from Kiriath Jearim to the place he had prepared for it, because he had pitched a tent for it in Jerusalem. But the bronze altar that Bezalel, son of Uri, the son of Hur, had made was in Gibeon, in front of the tabernacle of the Lord. So Solomon and the assembly inquired of him there. Solomon went up to the bronze altar before the Lord in the tent of meeting and offered 1,000 burnt offerings on it. That night, God appeared to Solomon and said to him, "Ask for whatever you want me to give you." Solomon answered God, "You have shown great kindness to David, my father, and have made me king in his place. Now, Lord God, let your promise to my father David be confirmed, for you have made me king over a people who are as numerous as the dust of the earth. Give me wisdom and knowledge, that I may lead this people, for who is able to govern this great people of yours?" And so it's a good time to reflect back and go back. Remember, the previous Bible study, we left at the very end of David's rule. So it went all the way from Adam and Eve through Noah, through Moses, basically, and then through all the way to David, through Saul and then David. And so now we're with the genealogies and the people and the story and history of Israel. And so now David has passed once again, just like in the previous Bible studies, and now Solomon, his son, has became king over Israel. And I'm noticing some digital effects. Oh well, we'll keep trying different things. But anyways, so, but Solomon, remember, Solomon was David and Bathsheba's son. So Solomon also really clung tightly to the Lord as well, and which we'll see in the book of Psalms too, because there are numerous people that wrote songs, in the book of Psalms. David, Solomon, Moses, Asaph, Korah. So we'll get to that too. And Solomon was one of those that, like we just read, the Lord asked him what he wanted in his life, right? And Solomon made a request to the Lord for wisdom. And wisdom is just one of those huge things. Wisdom comes from love. And so Solomon wanted to be able to provide true wisdom and show true love to these people, to be able to judge, to be able to rule, to be able to lead these people, the whole people of Israel, the Lord's people, correctly and justly and rightly. And so we'll get to see here in just a moment, I believe, again, that how, because Solomon did a selfless request, not asking for long life, not asking for riches, not asking for his own security, but asking for something more selfless, more thoughtful, of how a leader would lead, truly lead. The Lord blessed him in all of it and gave him more abundantly. So, bringing past to present and for us in our lives, right? Thinking about that, how when we ask for things, I mean, there's different things you can look at here. We sometimes ask for things and it's not always what the Lord had intended for us. And yes, do understand that there's a possibility that if we keep begging, we keep requesting over and over again, Lord might give us what we want, and it may not be exactly what He had in store for us. We don't want that. We want what the Lord has in store for us under His timing. And so we have to learn our patience. We have to learn understanding, and we also have to understand and learn what the Lord wants us to learn and where He wants us to be. And so when those blessings come, though, He just pours it on. It is like just immeasurable. The blessing is beyond belief. It's beyond your expectations. It's correct. It's right. It's at the right time. It's just in time and at the right time and just wonderful. And so think about in our life, have you ever come across in our life or your life where you were blessed, where something happened outside of your imagination, outside of your dreams, and it happened so much better than you could have ever imagined or thought of? Think about that. Maybe you've seen that happen to people. What kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind? How does it make you feel and what does it make you think?